next week is too late for silver. This changes it all, and it is starting now. Red flags are going up for the price of silver. We're seeing China buy up silver like we've never seen before. They're in a serious silver rush. And I'm going to show you in this video, I'm going to break this down and show you how this is going to impact the price of silver. This is starting right now. Check this out. This is from goldbroker.com. And the article starts by saying, the yield curve shows no sign of coming down in the short term. On the contrary, we're now back in a cycle of rising rates. This is bad news for all bond and real estate asset holders who are eagerly awaiting a rate cut. Anyone holding real estate, lucky enough to own and are trying to flip or sell multiple homes, they are waiting more than anyone else. That's the population of people that are staring at this interest rate and waiting because people are not buying up their homes. These homes that they typically flip during this season right now as I speak, this is the season for real estate for people to be buying up homes. They're not doing it with the mortgage rate at 8% on a 30-year mortgage. Now, let's continue. This article says, it has to be said that inflation has resumed its cruising speed, albeit at a slower pace than during the first inflationary surge. Unfortunately, this level is too high for rates to fall in the short term. Container shipping prices have risen again in recent weeks. The freight index has almost tripled since the beginning of the year, and all of this impacts the economy. Again, this is from goldbroker.com. They say, with the CPI index frozen at an annual increase of 3.5%, inflation has entered an upward channel, albeit less significant than in the 2020 to 2022 period, but sufficiently sustained to constitute a constraint for U.S. monetary policy. They're not making any moves. The Fed, this is the article, the Fed was wrong to declare the end of its fight against inflation too soon. Margins for maneuver are once again very slim. The Fed's inability to lower rates is putting additional pressure on the weakest banks. And we're seeing this. This is an index that measures the health of regional banks. It's called the KRE. If you've ever if this is new to you, you should really Google it. You could see charts. It's fascinating. It shows you the health of regional banks. We've talked about this a lot as commercial real estate loans come to mature while these months of 2024 roll out. This KRE index is really key. So this article says the KRE index, which measures the health of regional banks, is therefore logically on the decline again because that health is declining. The index has very little margin left to avoid breaking the upward channel. It began in 2008. That's exactly what we're seeing. Like the same cycle that we saw in 2008. The KRE index, okay, again, this measures the health of regional banks. The KRE index is currently at the same level as before its 2008 plunge. This time, however, the slightest correction could break the positive trend initiated with the Fed's bailout in 2008. Silver is really coming into play here because as the Fed holds strong and as we see silver price start to rise and then hover at about $32, that's where we've been for the past 2 weeks. People are wondering if we're going to get a big push up. And we're absolutely coming to that push. And this is from investingnews.com. And this shows us exactly what China is doing, being very aggressive with silver. And the more aggressive China gets with silver, the more our price of silver here at home is going to be hit. This says, silver traders seek out China as solar demand stays strong. I'm telling you, China wants to be at the top of this solar game, and they're going in strong on silver. They have a serious silver rush going on in China right now. This says the spread between the Shanghai silver spot price and global silver spot prices has traders eager to lock in sales of the white metal. Traders are seeing this and they're getting in on it. This says China's silver imports may surge in the coming weeks, fueled by a combination of strong industrial demand and a price advantage in the Chinese markets. The news comes on the heels of a strong year for silver demand. The Silver Institute figures show that although overall demand fell 7% in 2023, it still outstrips supply clearly. It's not even close. The demand, even though it dropped a bit to 7% in 2023, it's nowhere close to the supply that we have. And the trend is expected to continue in 2024 as industrial demand for forecast is to rise by 9%. This is according to this article. It's forecast to rise by 9%. Let's keep going with the article. It says, the primary driver for the expected increase in Chinese silver imports is the booming solar panel industry, a major consumer of silver. Global silver demand for photovoltaic applications skyrocketed by 64% in 2023. So even though there was a slight drop in demand, For solar, it's skyrocketing in 2023, and it's reaching a new high of 193.5 million ounces. China, a leader in solar panel production, is at the forefront of this growth, and they want it so badly. They're scooping up silver as much as they can. Just as within the past 5 years, China has been buying up gold, well, now they're doing the same with silver. The surge in demand has led to a decline in Chinese silver stockpiles, and to meet their needs, Chinese buyers are increasingly turning to silver imports. And this article continues to show that as this demand in China increases, it's going to have a reversal of our silver price. And this is happening right now. Typically, there's a lag when we see this coming down the pike. I've been stacking silver for years and years. And those of you who've been in this silver game like me for years and decades, this is the pattern. We see something like this happen. We see a country getting very bullish. I mean, really having a silver rush. There's a lag, and then we get hit at home on our silver price.